Hi guys. I got all your calls and all your texts, and I just want you to know I really appreciate it. I know you're there. It's a new normal here. It's going to be abnormal, and I didn't know how I could answer you all, and so I thought, well, maybe I'll just make this a video. I can't sleep anyway, and that way I thought, I could just kind of update everybody all at the same time, and we'll all know the same amount of information. So, we'd planned to go in today because he was having some issues, indigestion issues. Really, we're pretty sure what he had was gallbladder. Thought it was gallbladder. In fact, the emergency room doctor thought it was gallbladder. And so we took him in and, welcome to this new COVID. I couldn't stay with him. And so he calls me and he said, "Hon, you need to come on back up here." And I said, "Oh, sure. You ready to come home?" Because I assumed they'd send him home. We'd schedule the same day surgery and be done with us. Long story short, I get up there and between the nurse and the doctor, uh, my husband has stage 4 cancer. He's literally terminal with cancer. And, talk about, what? Are you sure you got the right person? I mean, he's 46 years old. How is this happening? Um, and they showed us the pictures, and his pancreas, it started in his pancreas, which should have been the size of a, little tiny worm, is huge. It's so full, what it's doing is literally pushing his stomach up into his chest, causing the indigestion. But it has also metastasized into the liver, and it looked like the bottom half of the liver is uh, filled with cancer. And um, I didn't know that you have lymph nodes in your stomach, but apparently you do. They're all over, and they were all just huge and white, and that's cancer, I guess. So I don't know. I looked at those pictures, and I don't know how he wasn't screaming and agony. He's filled with cancer. Um, he also has 2 giant blood clots, one in each lung, and if those break loose, either one could kill him, and one in his leg. So the first thing was to get those blood clots taken care of. So they put him on, I don't know, Coumadin, Halperin. It's a IV to try to get rid of those blood clots. And I thought they were doing a biopsy on Monday, a liver biopsy to confirm the cancer. I found out tonight that that's not true. They're doing the biopsy to determine what type it is. Apparently, there are 2 different possible types of cancer, and the chemotherapy that he'll go through is based off the type. So, wow. He and I both feel like we're in the twilight zone. I think we're both in shock. I don't think this is sunk in, that because it just doesn't seem possible that someone can be. I mean, he still is. He's not jaundice. His face is pink. You just wouldn't know. I mean, it just doesn't seem. Seems like someone should be so much more sick to be as far advanced as this has gotten. Um, anyway, but they made an exception to the COVID rule. And so get this. So my husband literally was alone when he heard he had terminal cancer. I hate COVID, and I hate people that don't wear masks, and I hate people that poo-poo it. I'm just really sick of it and very, right now, intolerant of it. But anyway, so they checked him in, they moved him up to a room because I had to start this IV to break up these blood clots right away. And they made an exception so that I could go be with him, and I'm so grateful for that. I'm so grateful for that. And he was okay. We were talking, of course. I mean, we're just both really in shock. And before I say anything else, let me tell you all that I know, and this is always in my heart, how blessed I am. I mean, to find the love of your life, to love someone utterly and to be loved by them is like being touched by the angels, and we know that, and we're going to get through this hand in hand. We're going to, whatever this is, and it's going to be a very ugly road. There'll be some horrible road ahead of us, um, and some good parts and some terrible parts. And I'm going to need your strength, and I'm going to lay on it. I'm going to rely on you guys, because I'm going to need a place where I can go break down and be, because I'm going to need to do that. But I don't want to waste a second. I need to be really strong for him and be there for my husband. And so if I can count on your love, and I know I can, that's what I'm going to use it for, to keep me strong so that I can be strong for my husband. So I was with him tonight in the room, and holding him. I got to hold him. Oh, thank God. And he was starting to have some pain in his stomach, and I thought, well, the only good thing about this horrible day and diagnosis is my husband can get some great pain relief. So I asked the nurse, and she wasn't sure what was there, and I said, well, just, check on him when he needs something. It just started to go down that road. I had some kind of really weird mental meltdown. She had this down the road about, I thought she was going to say, well, opioids, I'm not sure they'll give him. And I just went, whoa. My husband and I have just heard that he has terminal cancer. Terminal. I don't want to hear anything about pain medicines. He gets whatever he needs to be comfortable. I want him comfortable, pain-free, and I want him to have something to sleep, because he hasn't slept well for several days because of the indigestion was waking him up. Anyway, I caught myself before I went too postal, thank God. It was not the nurse's fault, but I just was so not prepared for anything. And I think I'm probably mostly angry with God right now and trying to figure out why is this happening. And there never is that answer. It just is. And I'll embrace it, but you have moments. So anyway, he got morphine and some Ambien, and which is good. So he's going to get a good 6 to 8 hours sleep with us, I hope. And he needs it. And the bad part is, now that I've left, I can't go back in. I'm not allowed to be in the hospital because of COVID. So my poor husband is facing this by himself. And I really, whoa, the cat knocked the phone over. I really hate that. Hate it. But anyway, I got to hold him, and his song for us has always been, It's a Wonderful Life. And so I got to rub his back and hold him while he was getting sleepier and sleepier. And I sang that song to him. I'm a terrible singer, but he likes it because he's my husband. And he fell asleep right there in my arms, and he looked peaceful and relaxed. And I was so glad for a moment that he could escape this. And he's braver than anybody could ever imagine. The only thing he's ever said so far is the only time he cried was when he thought about leaving me, and that he was so sorry, that he was so sorry. Unbelievable. What a soul I married. What a good soul I married. And so we'll get through this. It's going to be, I can't even imagine. I'm going to need strength. And I may never sleep again. I don't want to sleep in case they call me. I'm so scared about those blood clots. And I think fear is going to be a new normal for me for a little bit. Thank God he's sleeping. And I asked him if he wanted a second opinion. He doesn't. And you guys, if you saw those charts, you'd know. This just looks so bad. I mean, he's just full of cancer and blood clots. So, anyway, it was a way to catch you guys all up at once. I'll try to call you individually when I get a moment, but just keep me in your prayers. Keep us both in your prayers. And please keep my husband in your prayers. Anyway, I love you guys very much, and I just want to try to catch y'all up at once. Bye.